police were responding to a man who was sitting on top of somebody's car, I guess. And I think he was inside the car by the time the cops got there. And now the police say that he resisted arrest. And I've heard that when they pulled him out of the car, he was resisting somewhat. But later on, after they got him in the cuffs, he's walking with the cop down the sidewalk, not resisting at all. Then he sort of leans back and sits down against a wall on the sidewalk. The cop tells him to get up, and he gets up, complies. They walk back around the police vehicle, still not resisting. He's not doing anything. Then he's down on the ground, and the cop puts his knee in his neck and throat area. He's face down on the ground with his hands behind his back, handcuffed. And the cop has his knee on his neck for a full 7 minutes. And the guy pleads with him multiple times. Please, I can't breathe. Please, I can't breathe. I hurt. My stomach hurts. I hurt everywhere, and I can't breathe. And he tells him this over and over.
And so do the people surrounding.
Yeah, and the bystanders who are recording it on their phones are telling him, look, you're killing this guy. Get off of him. And he doesn't. And he doesn't listen to anybody. In fact, it looks like he kind of drives his knee deeper into the back of his neck.
And then puts his hand in his pocket.
Yeah.
As he's sitting there doing it.
None of the police officers that are with him, the other three, they've all been fired by now, which is not sufficient. They need to be charged with a crime here, murder or negligent homicide. I don't know what the exact charge is, but they killed the guy. The officer killed the man. It was really a horrific scene.
It's incomprehensible to watch. I am
big supporters of the police.
Big supporter, and when in these borderline situations, a lot of times I side with the police, honestly, because they are in a situation where they should rationally fear for their lives in these moments. Often, they have families to get home to too. It's just not the situation, and seemingly in this case,
there's no reason for what this guy did. No reason.
I can't comprehend of one. I honestly, you try to figure out what's their argument here. Mm-hmm. Their argument seems to be, well, they had the power; they could do whatever they wanted. That seems to be the defense here, which is not a good defense. Look, there's no reason. There's not a moment, and the video is when he's on the ground. You get all of it, I think. Mm-hmm. There's not a moment where they just say to the guy, "Look, I understand you're uncomfortable. I am going to let some of this pressure off. If you move a muscle, I'm doing it again." Never an opportunity for him to just lay there and play dead, right? Right. They never gave him an opportunity to lay there completely and say, look, if you itch yourself, I'm going to do something. I'm going to put my knee back here. They never gave him even that chance.
No, there's not one moment where they have any empathy or sympathy or a moment of humanity for this man. When he's begging and pleading that I can't breathe, you would think, even if it's just because they're being recorded by other people.
Right, self-preservation.
Yeah, just get off him so that it doesn't look like you're killing the guy.
Like, there's not a moment where the I can't breathe thing reminds you of Eric Garner, which was a big story.
Come on, you have to be reminded of that.
And just say, look, you're not one of these other officers that goes up to him and says, dude, I don't want to be in this next freaking Aaron Gardner story. Let's just
get off his neck.
Just get off his neck. You know, he's not doing anything. If he moves, then do it again. And you'd have an argument there, right?
Let's get him up and put him in the back of the cruiser.
Yeah. Exactly. Get up, get in there. If you do anything else, you're in major trouble. Put the freaking stun, the taser on him, and without pressing the electrification button, for lack of a better word. Not, as you know, not an officer, but you put him and say, if you do anything, I'm gonna jam this button down, and it's gonna suck for you. So don't do it. At least give him a chance to comply.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that, and that is really disturbing. Sometimes there may be part of this that we haven't seen that would explain why they handled it in a much more aggressive way than you would expect, right? Like sometimes there is an interaction where they have done something. Maybe he did fight back in a way that we didn't see, But none of that would, like, we have soldiers who go to war and capture Al-Qaeda members and ISIS members and
treat
don't
them
do
better.
things like this to them.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yes.
it doesn't matter what they've done. Once they get to a place where they are not fighting back and they have no ability to do anything, we celebrate here in this country the fact that we send, our fighters to foreign wars where they have killed thousands of our own people, and we still don't do this to them. Mm-hmm. We have massive debates of whether we're allowed to pour water on Khalid Sheikh Mohammed or not.
Yeah.
We don't, you can't do this. And the fact that you would do it in a situation where you're on camera and you know the history, you know the context of the situation, you know how this is going to be viewed, you know people are going to see it happen, and you know the risks.
And you disregard all of that?
And you disregard all of it because why?
Right. Why?
Again, we'll have a trial. We're not going to, assassinate this guy in the street because he did something. He should go.
There should be due process.
It should be due process.
But he should definitely be charged, I think, with something.
With something. And I don't know exactly what it would be. I think negligent homicide or some sort of high-level manslaughter sounds right to me. Mm-hmm. It may be fall into the category where it's possible to charge them for murder. And that might be appropriate here. I mean, it looks that bad, certainly.
It does.
You always hold back to try to understand whatever context you're missing. But in reality, unless there's something, I can't even think of what the thing would be that would justify this behavior.
Guy's on the ground, face down, with his hands handcuffed behind his back. Yeah. What's he going to do?